Welcome everybody to the Zoom Exhibitor show call. My name is Carol Bruggeman. I'm the Executive Director of the NFCA. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for your interest in the NFCA. I have some members of our NFCA team on this call. We have Annie Gordon, our Director of Outreach and Creative Design. We have Michelle Vasquez, our Director of Events and Convention Coordinator. We have Sarah Lynn Campbell, who is our full-time intern, and we have Joni Schmidt, who is our Director of Membership and Video Coordinator, and they are also available toward the end of this call to answer any questions you may have about this whole new world for us, a virtual convention. Just as a reminder, our virtual convention will be December 9th through 11th, so just a few months away, and many of you on this call know that we have had some record-breaking attendance in-person events over the last few years. And we're actually very excited about this virtual convention and a new format because we feel like our reach will be very much extended this year. And I know how much that means to potential exhibitors and vendors such as all of you. So without getting into too much detail to start, I know you're all curious, what is this virtual booth about and what's a virtual convention look like for me as an exhibitor? And that's what this call is all about. So I'm going to turn it over. We've got some VIPs on the call, some special guests, and some coaches, and they're going to give you their take on, what they're most looking forward to with a virtual exhibit show, or just some things that they want to share. So I'm going to start with the head coach at the University of Missouri, and that's Larissa Anderson. Larissa, take it away.
Hi, everyone. Glad to be here. I've always been a huge fan of the convention. Absolutely love it. And I think the most valuable thing with the exhibits, it's the opportunity for us as coaches for it to be a one-stop shop. It is my only time that I ever can see all the different products that are available to us at one time, where I literally will tell my assistants, okay, these are the things I'm thinking about, go out and find it, and then being able to take advantage of everything being in one place to be able to pick people's brain and see how the product actually works, and to be able to incorporate a lot of different things that we want to bring back. So I personally save all of our purchases to the convention. I don't do anything prior to, where the convention and the exhibit hall is giving me an opportunity to really implement everything that we want to establish for our spring season.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate that. And the coaches, as they speak, as they have time, they may leave the call. I know Larissa has a Division I HCC call, so I know you've got to scoot. But the rest of our coaches, as they have a chance to talk, I know they'll be leaving, and we'll get a chance to talk a little more in depth about the booth. Next is the head coach at Northwestern, Kate Drohan.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us today. I'm excited to get a chance to kind of share my take as well. And Larissa explained it very well, how we too save all of our purchasing for the convention, just to kind of take an inventory as far as what our team needs as we go throughout the fall, and specific to the personnel we have that year, and then what we need to invest in as we get ready for our in-season training. So that timing is critical. But I think what's unique to this year is that we haven't been on the road. So we haven't been able to see other booths while we're recruiting at different tournaments. We haven't been able to really talk to our colleagues about, hey, what'd you try this year? And what did you really like this year? So this is a great platform for all of us to get together to really share those ideas. And as Brug said, we think that we could really make this platform way more accessible than an in-person convention. And that's a really unique opportunity. And then the final thing I'll say is, I think we all understand our budgets are a little tighter, right? So we need to be really thoughtful about what we spend our money on. And this is an opportunity for us to really engage in the product or the service and invest in what makes sense for our program this year. So I'm looking forward to it. I know my staff is, and we're just looking forward to seeing you guys there.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate that. Next, we've got two more coaches who want to share with you this morning. The head coach at the University of Nebraska, Rhonda Ravel.
Good morning. Well, first of all, I think Larissa said it beautifully about it being a one-stop shop. And I think that I think if we had 100 coaches on the call, you'd hear all 100 say that's one of the beauties of this. The second thing about the virtual space, if you've had a chance to be on any of them or be a part of any of them, I think what we've seen since the start of COVID is we've seen the NFCA show that they are really good in this virtual lane space of creating and building and still growing our sport in every arena that they've done all summer long. And so, we have some experience of having really successful events, and I think it's been meaningful to anybody that's participated on any side of the game. So that's important. And then along that line, I think the thing that is so special about the softball community in general is that we're relationship oriented. And I don't see a virtual convention being any different than a convention in person from what we're trying to do to build relationships with our vendors. And then also with people that we may have not been in relationship with, but because it is a one-stop shop, that we're looking to build those relationships and put names and faces together. So I am planning on this being unbelievably successful and looking back at this virtual convention and going, wow, if anybody can do this, if any organization can do it, it could be the softball community, and you're all a big part of it. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Rhonda. Appreciate that. And you've just heard from 3 collegiate coaches. We also have a high school coach who wants to share his thoughts. We have Kevin Halley, high school coach at Missouri, in the state of Missouri, I should say, St. Pius. So Kevin.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. I've got a little bit of a different viewpoint on this than some of the Division I coaches. We don't have the budget that they do, obviously. We're a fall high school sport, so I've already started in on what we're doing. But there are 43 other states that play all their softball in the spring, and December is a huge purchasing time for them. And they do like the other ones. They like the coaches that are able to be there like to do a lot of their purchasing at convention because they can get some better prices and they can get products in their hands and see them before they use them, which is important for high school coaches who have to be very mindful of every single dollar they spend, and we don't like to purchase things that we haven't been able to use or get in our hands ourselves. But I think an even bigger important part of this from the high school vantage point is being virtual, and in the educational environment that we're at now, I think this has opened up the alleyway to have way more high school coaches attend than they have in the past that struggle to get away from school in December. Right before first semester finals, and especially now with doing some virtual learning and having to spend more time teaching in various different ways. I think this is going to give a lot of those high school coaches who are also teachers a tremendous opportunity to be able to attend convention and be part of it, go into the exhibitor hall or exhibitor booths and kind of be a little bit more careful about or where they're at and see way more things than what they had if they were to just stay at home and maybe shop over the internet or Amazon or even their local sporting goods store, which is what they currently do. I'm pushing big time in the state of Missouri to push a lot of high school coaches to attend because they won't have the costs that associated with going out of town and traveling with it. It'll just be the convention costs, and I think that's going to be a big thing for what high school coaches and what you're going to see moving forward.
Well, thank you, Coach, and thank you to all the coaches. These are the movers and shakers in our sport. These are the decision makers, and I believe are the voice of a lot of our membership and a lot of our coaches, and showing you how valuable the exhibit show is to our overall convention experience. So let's dive right into it. I want to let you know the platform we selected. There's so many virtual platforms out there to execute conventions and exhibit shows. We picked what I'm calling the Lamborghini for the exhibit show side of a virtual platform. And we've picked a company called Intherius, and they have been fantastic so far. They are great on the attendee side. They're even better on the exhibit side. And we selected them for a reason. So we're going to share, it's a 2-minute video on from Intherius, and it talks about how to build your virtual booth, things to look for, things to add. And I'll just turn it over to Annie if she would screen share, and we'll show you that demonstration, and then we'll talk a little bit more. So enjoy.
Welcome to this brief overview of the virtual exhibits experience. As the key contact for your company, you will be provided a website where you will be able to manage your booth profile in real time. You may update the attributes of your booth, click Save, and have all branches automatically updated. You may drag and drop your logo. You may verify your contact information. You may put the links to your vital social media. You will have the ability to put a free-form text block at the top of your booth describing the attributes of your company. Featured products allow you to identify which products you provide so that the attendees may filter them and click their favorites as they plan their visits to the exhibit floor. You will be able to put their URLs to your product-specific information and self-title them. You will be able to drag and drop the PDFs of your product handout materials directly into your profile and self-title them. The attendees can download those in real time directly to their desktop. The video gallery allows you to put the links to your pre-existing marketing material, YouTube, Vimeo, or any other video support. The attendees will be able to watch the videos directly within your booth in real time without navigating away from your experience and losing the engagement. You may put the profile pictures and biographies of your booth staff and allow your booth staff to select the video chat method they most prefer for face-to-face online virtual meetings. When offline, the attendees may schedule a time to circle back to you to make sure that you do not miss out on opportunities. You may specify special offers or giveaways and participate in the virtual lead retrieval. The interface for the product locator and directory is simple to use. As the exhibitor key contact, you will drag and drop your logo. Place your company description, put your vital social media links, select from the pull-down the categories that best describe your company. Be able to put your information URLs and self-title them and order them as you see fit. Put the video links and titles as you see fit and order them for your best presentation. You may drag and drop your PDFs and list your special offers. At the click of the Save button, you are allowed to update immediately in real time your booth profile. We look forward to serving you. Contact your sales representative for more information.
The bottom line is, Intherius, this is not a tutorial. If you sign up for the convention, Intherius is a company that will literally hold your hand through the whole process of getting your booth set up. You can do live updates at any point in time. As you can see, you can do special sales for the convention. Easy to have chats, one-on-one appointments, that sort of thing. So we'll try to bring that up again here at the very end. It just got stuck the last 30 seconds, Annie, of the video. So couple things to keep in mind. It's $1,000 for any company. Everybody has the same exact price. The first 60 companies that do sign up will receive a free lead retrieval. Anyone who signs up after that does want to be involved with a lead retrieval will be $149. So still a good value, but if you sign up early, you'll have the ability to have that complimentary with your purchase of the virtual booth. Once you do sign up and register for the virtual exhibit booth and you're in our show, we will be sending you, some of you may think, that's great. I love this virtual booth. I love making appointments. I love being able to do all these things in real time, show the videos, whatever it might be. But you might want more. We'll also be sending you some additional convention-specific sponsorship opportunities once you're in the show. And you may browse through those things and say, you know what, for $100 extra, this makes sense for my company, or it may not make sense, but we'll be able to offer you a lot of additional kind of virtual convention specific sponsorship opportunities. So at this point in time, I'm going to ask Joni or Michelle or Sarah Lynn from our NFCA team if there's anything I've missed that they want to share with this group. And if not, we will open it up for any questions you may have. So Joni, anything for you to start, Joni? Anything that comes to mind?
I just think that, you guys are going to be very excited to use this. I know that we are. This tutorial that you've seen isn't going to be the actual tutorial. You'll have your hand held throughout the entire process by the customer service of the platform Intherius, and they are awesome. That's one of the reasons we chose them, other than their features, is their customer service. So we're super excited.
Awesome. Michelle, anything else to add?
Yeah, so hi everybody. I think Annie is ready to share her screen again, so you guys will actually see the end part of it coming up shortly. But I think what's a really cool feature that this platform offers specifically to you guys is a search engine. So in addition to this platform, you guys, if you sell batting gloves, bats, anything like that, you can just type in these keywords and our attendees will be able to search the exhibit hall by actually products. as well as names, all of this. So it'll be really easy for them to find exactly what they're looking for as long as you type in those keywords. And as Joni mentioned, we'll be sending you videos throughout this entire process of how-tos, best practices, of what exactly to build the best booth. And then I'm just echo Joni on this, that it's just a really exciting platform and a very exhibitor friendly platform. And we're super excited to just get in there and to give you guys this experience as well.
Awesome, thank you. And finally, Sarah Lynn, anything else to add?
Yeah, hi everybody. I would just add one more thing. If you're a pre-registered company, you should have already received some communication from us, and you can expect some more toward the end of the month. And then if you weren't pre-registered for us, our applications are going to open tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So just keep an eye on your email. You'll receive an email from us in the morning. And yeah, we'd just love for you to join us.
So to summarize, our convention is launching today, September 8th, to our attendees. So we are actually opening up registration. You're probably wondering how many people are you going to have, and that's a great question. We hope to exceed the numbers we've had in the last few years. We've had around 1,600 in-person attendees the last few years, have broken some records. It continues to grow in person. We hope to, as Coach Hallie mentioned, expand that reach. Especially with the high school travel ball market, who have a little tougher time with travel expenses, that sort of thing. So we hope to have very high numbers. We have 3 full days. It'll be December 9th through the 11th, 2020. And again, the first 60 companies that do sign up, we will offer free lead retrieval to those companies. After that, if you want it, it'll be $149 per company. Again, still very affordable, but if you get in early, you'll be able to have a chance to have that free. So the main things this virtual booth will offer you is immediate access to our attendees. If they're listening to a speaker or listening to some sort of track, we actually have 3 tracks that we're going to be offering for our convention attendees. And then we'll always have the exhibit hall open as well. So it'll really be up to you to have someone there for a live chat, appointments, or you can just leave your booth if you're going to be gone for a couple hours and you want some sort of video running or special deal, special offer. It's really up to you. You can create your own booth. You create your own experience. It's just like anything in life. The more you put in it, the more you're going to get out of it. So, but this company we're using, I think you'll really enjoy how user-friendly it is. As Joni mentioned, the customer service and Michelle mentioned is super high. And so we're really pleased with them. And we just hope you join us, because even though we're virtual, and I know it's just the way the world is right now as we all manage the pandemic. There's no doubt that the NFCA convention is still the largest gathering of softball coaches anywhere in the world. It's still your one opportunity to get in front of everyone at one time. And so that's something that we're really excited to provide, not only for our attendees and the whole experience, but also for you. So at this point, I will open it up to any questions you may have. It's a little tough because I can't see all of you, which is fine. But if you do have something, you will need to unmute yourself and feel free to ask a question. We'll do our best to answer it. If we can't answer it, we will get the answer and get it to you and get it up on our nfcaevents.org page on the exhibitor section. So anyone have any questions?
Do you have a list of the sponsorship opportunities?
I will. I do not in front of me right now, all of them. We literally selected our platform Thursday of last week. So once I have that available to the companies that are registered, we will send that out. But I will anticipate some things, Andrew, just so you know, will be more like, well, there'll be all sorts of things, but one that comes to mind might be a 90-second quick pitch in front of a speaker session, our keynote or something that's something like that. But there'll be all sorts of things once we have our actual schedule solidified. We have it done in theory. We don't have all of the exact speakers secured yet. That will happen in the next month. And so those will be coming to you by the end of the month. We will have them for sure by September 30th for sure.
Okay, and we can sign up today, or it's 10 a.m. tomorrow?
You can sign up tomorrow morning, so September 9th at 10 a.m. Eastern.
Okay.
If you go to nfcaevents.org, and you should be receiving this in your email as well. Tomorrow morning, we're sending out one kind of final reminder. You can sign up as early as 10 o'clock, and then from that point on, it's open.
How many employees, when a vendor signs up, how many employees have access?
On the NFCA staff side?
No, like if
On
my
your
company gets a virtual booth with you guys, how many of my employees have access? And if I wanted additional, is there a cost?
Sarah Lynn, Joni, Michelle, do you remember that off the top of your head with Intherius?
My gut says I want to say up to 4, but Andrew, we will definitely get back to you via email and make sure and let you know if there is any upcharge to add any other administrators to your booth.
Okay, and
Definitely we'll have more than one, Andrew.
Okay.
We'll have at least 2 or 3, if not 4.
Yeah, because we'll have different, employees in different shifts and stuff like that, so we want to just make sure I have that covered.
I was just curious, do you have any more details about what this lead retrieval is and how it works?
Yeah, I can answer that. So with the lead retrieval, and what they do is, so the platform has the ability, and if you were one of the first 60 to get that, you can see in real time immediately everybody who spends 10 seconds at your booth, spends 5 seconds at your booth, if they download a PDF, if they want to view their contact information via the virtual business card. You can basically see all activity that any attendee, if they hover over your image, I believe, they can even track that information. So it's basically anybody who's got any interest in whatever product that you're selling, you will have immediate contact information from them based on what their registration is. So that'll be an email address, potentially a phone address, etc. But you have that information for you at real time at the end of every, not only just the end of convention, but I believe it's after every day as well. So you can categorize that, keep it, but basically they'll be kind of at your fingertips if they show even the slightest amount of interest.
And we know how important it is that you have follow-up information, contact information, leads. I get it. We know how important that is. So we negotiated that with our platform, that we would allow some people have access if they sign up early to have that free, because we know how important that is as a follow-up. So even if you're not in your booth live at that particular moment, if someone comes to your booth, you would be able to capture that information, which I know is very important to all of you. Any other questions? Good question. Anyone else have any questions while we have kind of a chance to have a live Q&A? We will collect these questions along with some that we have from the platform, and we'll put it in a FAQ, frequently asked questions, and we will also upload that along with this video on our nfcaevents.org site with the exhibitor information, so you'll be able to refer back to it if you forget some of this, or just there'll be other questions on there as well.
When an exhibitor signs up, when are they immediately able to start building out that exhibit, or is there a date when you have access to that?
It is our understanding right now, our Intherius is building our platform as we speak right now. I believe we should have access to it within about 2 weeks. So the second that we have access to it, we will go ahead and send out, you will get a link, I believe it's from the customer service at Intherius. We're CC'd on everything as well. Will be sent out to you, and then you can start building your booth, making it as detailed, specific, kind of every way in which you want to go ahead and do that. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to our NFCA staff. You can always reach out to the customer service as well. But we're here to help in any way that we possibly can. But long answer to your question. I would say in about 2 weeks or so, you will probably have access into your booth, give or take.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Other questions anyone has? Can we help in any way?
Yeah, I've got a question. Are the interactions with the attendees via video as well, or is it all just set an appointment to talk or meet in some fashion later?
Do you want to take?
You have ability to chat with them. There's like a chat box, or they can schedule a video chat, or you can schedule an appointment for later. So it can be real-time chat, real-time video, or appointment video.
Okay, and then a real-time video, for example, if you were interested, is is it connected through that platform, or do you have to do it separately, one-to-one?
There's an option at the top. It has, you can do Google Hangouts, Zoom, different platforms. At the top of the booth on the video, sorry, I don't have it on me, but it says schedule a Zoom, schedule a Google Hangout, or whatever platform you prefer.
Okay.
Great questions, and we are capturing all these questions, and we'll have them available again in a composite document. Any other questions, thoughts?
Carol, can you confirm what the hours are going to be for the show? I don't recall if it was in that email.
Yes, again, bear with us. This is tentative. We have our schedule. We just are kind of plugging and chugging speakers and content and such. More than likely, it will be a 10 a.m. Eastern to about 7 p.m. Eastern daily. So Wednesday, Thursday, we will have some pre-stuff. We'll have some post stuff, like some social events that may run after that. And, that's going to be up to you whether you want to still be kind of live at that point, or sponsor opportunities. So, but that's what we envision is either a 10 or 11 start time until 7 or 8 at night, and all Eastern time, just being mindful of all the time zones that we have. Obviously, we cover the entire country. So it'll be very close to that, between 10 and 11 till about 7 or 8 Eastern every day. Other questions? Fantastic. I appreciate your time. Again, this video will be on our exhibitor page of our nfcaevents.org page. We also have a frequently asked questions that we will update periodically to keep that very fluid. If there's anything we can do for you, please call our office or send us an email. We're happy to help. And we look forward to a fantastic virtual convention and you all being a part of it. If you want to register, again, it opens September 9th at 10 a.m. Eastern. The application's open on nfcaevents.org, and they will be open up until just a day or two before the convention starts. But you definitely want to get in early, not only the free lead retrieval, but also the opportunity to build your booth and make it look fantastic like you would want your customers to see. So thank you for your time, and thank you for your support of the NFCA, and we look forward to seeing it in December.